excited to talk to you because I've been looking at these guitars for over a year.
Sure.
And like, just gassing so hard.
These are the heritage builds, which are built one-off. We typically don't do commissions on them. It's basically whatever the luthiers in the shop want to build. So there are no rules, no regulations, no restrictions. It's whatever they want to do.
Sick.
We do anywhere between, let's say, like 5 and 10 of these a year, where, for instance, this one and that one both have roasted flame maple necks, roasted flame maple fingerboards, which, you know, the back. And they're aged, so they're kind of grayed a little bit.
Yeah,
but you can still see the tiger stripes popping. The specs that carry through all of our guitars, they all come with stainless steel frets, 16-inch fretboard radius, locking tuners, Graph Tech nut.
Same nut width as well.
Same nut width. For all the 6 strings, 1 and 11/16.
Okay, great.
This has custom Seymour Duncan pickups in it, 59 and a JB, but we magnet swap them, so it's an Alnico 2 in the 59, Alnico 8 in the JB. Duncan Hyper Switch for unlimited pickup combinations. Hipshot hardware, custom pick guard, matching the control cavity on the back, which is pretty rad. This one, also a heritage, similar spec overall, bare knuckle pickups, so a Stormy Monday and a flat 50 for that super vintage tone.
Right, so it's like...
every time. Good timing, good timing.
Got that on camera.
Yeah, excellent.
And there's still guys checking out your guitars. So.
Yeah, I know. It never ends, man. In the best possible way. I mean, we're so stoked.
The custom... People go crazy. This is like purely for the shop's pleasure kind of thing. And if you like it, you take it home.
Exactly.
So cool. For people who don't know you, what would you tell them?
Joe Balaguer, founder, president, owner, who was living out in LA, went to MI here, graduated in their Lutheran program, and started building guitars locally for friends and artists and guys who would become artists who he knew. Over time, he moved the company to Pennsylvania, where he's from, which is where we set up our headquarters and where we've been ever since. That sort of just snowballed from there. It started with him doing all the one-off guitars, then we partnered with our shop in South Korea that we work with exclusively. They do all of our select custom builds, and that really sort of expanded the company. We started doing production work with them. You know, being officially founded in 2015, we're going on almost 10 years now, which is pretty crazy. Just continuing to grow the brand, you know, started from a single model and now we're up to about a dozen guitars and basses. All of the import stuff is either Korea or Indonesia. It kind of depends on the spec more than anything else. It's not really about the price point necessarily.
Speaking as a fan, you guys seem to really like your hardtails. I'm a big Strat guy, so that's kind of what's held me back a little bit.
Sure. Without giving too much away, I think you'll be very pleased this year.
Awesome.
We're gonna come out with some stuff that will fit that bill very nice.
Cool. And the stuff that is new in 2024 that you can talk about is...
Every year we've done the Espada Limited and the Espada Ambient. The Espada Limited is sort of our just core flagship model. Solid body Espada, hardtail bridge. Then the Espada Ambient is the exact same model, but we do a flat top semi-hollow with a Jazzmaster style trim. So it's much more geared toward like the ambient crowd. Then we also released our new model, the Seraph. That's our new modern take on the offset telly. We had the Thicket model, like the green heritage over here, which is a more vintage offset T style. And then we came out with the Seraph.
So as of now, you guys don't do full custom builds for customers.
We do full custom builds from South Korea, but they're select custom. So you use our body styles, but you get to choose body wood, neck wood, fingerboard wood, top wood, pickups, finish, everything, basically everything except for the radius has to be 16-inch, stainless steel frets, and you can choose just about anything else. Those are really the only standard specs.
I like playing with a Kiesel custom builder, so this really reminds me of that.
Jeff, Kiesel, and Joe go way back from when Joe was living in LA. They kind of came up together, which is kind of cool.
No way.
Yeah, so they know each other and we stay in touch. And it's something like the Seraph with the quilt top. You would choose the Seraph shape. This has a quilt top with an alder body, Macassar ebony fingerboard, roasted maple neck, HS pickup configuration with our Hypernova pickups in it, hipshot bridge with a burst brown finish. All of those specs are specs you could choose if you were to build one of these in a select custom builder.
This arm cut always gets me. It's like the most.
I love it,
so beautiful.
The Espada is definitely our flagship model. It's our #1 seller.
Like this synergy here.
I know. It's funny because if you take the swoop here and you flip it and you shrink it, it's the same swoop here. stuff like that we throw in there that like really, synergy is a great word for it, where the model has great synergy because we try and the geometry, the overall design, the aesthetic, it's all cohesive. You know, it's meant to be one model that you see from afar and it all comes together.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
you
awesome.
bet, man.
I can't promise I won't say weird things, but
Oh, perfect. That's what I want.
I build custom guitars with my own multi-voice pickups. Now what that means is, I can start here, this is an asymmetrical, split tapped humbucker. Works with a 6-way rotary switch that turns on and off different parts of the pickup. That gives you 3 distinct single coil voices and 3 distinct humbucking voices. And they have names. They are Jangle, Twangle, Wrangle, Tangle, Mangle, Crush. And they change the resonant frequency so you can get, like I said, from a thin, jangly sound on up to a high-end crunch.
So I know about the P-rail pickups, but P-rails, they don't have the different voicings like you do.
No, exactly. What I did is I took things that existed and made them intuitive to work. So that's where this rotary, not only does it change the voice, but as you turn it up, the volume increases. Each one's hotter than the one before, so that way you get the again, it's intuitive. Oh, I want a more aggressive sound.
Yeah.
I can use one of the hot humbucker.
Right.
Oh, this I want a thin, chimey sound. I use the jangle.
You literally tweak it to taste.
Exactly. A lot of people see this and think it's like a Gibson Veritone.
Right.
Veritone turns on, has capacitor filters. So it's like, oh, I'll just pull sound out of your, pull frequencies out. What this does is it's only turning on and off different parts of the pickup. So here, using one part of this. Here, you're using this. Here, you're using both parts of this. Here, you're using this, the outside of it. I spent about 2 years, hundreds of recipes, till I came up with the one that did what I wanted. My guitars have almost as many voices in their head as I do. So what I like to say is Alameda Guitars is your home for the almost normal.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you're a little out in left field, right field, however, I'm your guy.
This thing right here, the Megatron.
I gotta tell you, the fact that a Strat tremolo behind the bridge works. You can dive bomb it, it goes slack, the whole thing, but it stays in tune. The other part is, I can palm mute, the arm's not in the way. I can use volume, but it's below the strings, I'm not gonna accidentally turn it off. And the bridge I use that has large rollers on it. What that does is that gives the strings more torque as they go over the wheels, so they don't get stuck. Like on the small rollers, they can get stuck.
Classic offset problem.
And so it helps keep the tuning stability because the string has enough pressure to put the roller back.
And the offset is just nice ergonomically, right?
Yeah.
It sits on your lap better,
Exactly.
which I love.
And I do an extra thin tummy cut.
Ooh.
That tummy cut is based on my own personal 66 Jazzmaster. And for guys like me, you know, it helps.
Relatable.
The profile is also based on my 66 Jazzmaster. So it's got a bit of chunk, but a lot of fun.
Which one's your flagship?
This is my most common seller.
Okay.
It's called the Alameda Clamshaft.
You guys got the whole seafarer theme, right?
Exactly.
What inspired that?
Well, the town where I started the company in, Alameda, is an island. So that got the nautical theme going. Then I wanted to be closer to the ocean, so we moved to Palm Springs in the desert. So yeah, I started the lumberyard. I build everything. I wind my own pickups. I even make my own tortoiseshell guards, because a lot of the modern tortoiseshell is very two-dimensional.
I've experienced that.
So what I did is added depth. I sourced celluloid, I epoxied over a pick guard, used some tint to get it so that you can see I've got different, this one's got more red in it than that one. And then this one is much darker.
Oh, yeah.
So again, all by what I use to combine them to get that. This is a 6-string bass. It is tuned an octave below guitar. So you're a guitar player?
Yeah, like a jazz 6.
Exactly, it's like a bass 6. This is called a deep 6.
A deep 6.
Nautical.
Deep 6. It's got so much stuff.
So what's going on here is each of these off-kiltertrons has its own voice rotary. So if you want to have this as a hot humbucker and then put your bridge in like a thin jangly tone, you do that. This is phase, series parallel, bass tone, treble tone.
Cool, like that G&L thing.
Yes, it's based on their passive.
Similar.
What do they call it? The PT.
Contour? They call it the contour, right?
And then this turns the neck pickup on because this is a standard 5-way strap. I want to be able to get the neck and bridge together. So you throw that in the bridge, you turn on the neck pickup.
Oh, I love that.
Boom.
Yeah.
Finally, this is the rotary controller switch if you want dual control where this rotary controls both, or independent where they're all separate. That allows you to, some songs it's easier to just move them both. Some you want to have them different. You can also use it to go from, I've got like a rhythm sound, now I want to go to a really hot bridge. Boom, now I'm in a hot bridge.
I love the trusting there.
You know what? All of my new guitars, I'm going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah, right, because you can use anything, pretty much. Screwdriver. Awesome.
Toothpicks, chicken wings, I don't know. This is the Beatnik Baron.
How'd you come up with that?
It's hard to come up with names, so I figured why not just something ridiculous. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I'm remotely cool?
Of course. What are you talking about?
No, I'm proud of it. I'm a dork.
I mean, my favorite color is purple, so you're on to something.
Well, check it out. 2 purple. So, this guitar, the 2 off-kiltertrons, volume, treble tone, bass tone, rotary, that independent dual switch, phase, series parallel. How many hollow bodies have you seen with a Strat tremolo? There's a block of wood here, a little bit of wood here, a little bit of wood here.
Yeah.
I left this as much open as possible so that the springs interact with all the air.
What kind of wood is this?
So the back is mahogany, the front is maple, the neck is big maple with walnut, and as you can see, it feels thin to play, but it's 2 1/8 thick. So you get the hollow, you get the beef, but you can also hold it. It's carved, so it's not like a pressed wood top. This is what they call a German carve. You see them on Ormsby, some Rickenbackers, different things. Roger Grossmeisel later went on to Rickenbacker and Fender. He did German carves. The Rickenbacker 381, it's the fancy model and it's got huge German carves on it. So that's your lesson for today.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What's up? It's crazy to see it in person.
Now you're all set.
I'm with the founder extraordinaire, right, Oz?
That's right.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've got 3 different scale lengths. This is a Strat scale length, 25.5. We've got 24 3/4, and a baritone 28 5/8. They all fit into a Strat pocket here. We can chop off aftermarket Strat necks and install into this package here.
This body will take 3 different types of necks, is what you're saying.
3 different
Scale length necks.
Scale length necks. As long as the truss rod adjustments are down from the bottom. It's a headless guitar, obviously. You put the strings in from the back, ordinary strings. You run them up, you undo the nut, and you tighten it up and cut it off up there.
Nice roasted maple neck with a hanger up top.
Well, yeah, why not have it work with a stock stand, you know?
Yeah, and like a lot of tuners on the headless get kind of annoying, so this helps a lot, huh?
You know, cigarettes, what do you call it, clamp-ons, etc. The pickups pop out.
Yeah, that was incredible.
We We've got 50 switches in there to personalize the thing. So when it goes in, then that's a single coil. It's in full normal mode. That position there is half out of phase with the other guy. If he's on, the humbucker's on, it's half out of phase, and that's all the way off for the neck pickup. Here, this guy, when he's in the halfway mode, that's a single coil mode. And that's all the way off. So you got a lot of things happening in a small package.
Cool. You do 3 singles.
Everything.
Oh, those are the Zex coils,
That's right. They're very nice. This is a Z coil from
G&L.
Yeah, that's a death bugger from Lace.
Oh, I've never seen those.
All noises. Yeah. We'll sell, noisy pickups if somebody wants them.
Right.
We have a 10 to 16-inch compound radius. We spend a lot of time on fretwork. We try to get in really low action because of the intonation benefits of that. If you're not bending a string down to push it against a fret, you're not changing the pitch as much.
Right.
That's a travel pack.
Wow, that's awesome.
Strat layout here. Now the halfway position is half out of phase. On the humbucker, it was single coil mode. Here, we're a half out of phase in normal phase here. So you can do all 3 of these on, which a Strat can't do, or Telecaster style with a neck and a bridge only, which a Strat can't do. And then you go into these half out of phase modes, a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
And these switches and the stereo jacks are configured when you put a module in. It knows what's going on by how all the circuitry's wound up. This is all passive too.
So you're ready to go immediately, no batteries, no nothing.
No, well, if you're using Fishman Fluence pickups,
Influence, yeah.
they have a battery. We have a battery in the module.
You can support that too, is what you're saying. Wow, cool.
So the Fishman Fluence won a 25K pot, and the Seymour Duncan humbuckers won a 500K pot.
Right.
And these like a 250K pot, let's say. You don't have to know any of that. You just put the module in, and 8 seconds, you're doing something else.
The pot changes.
We change the value of the pot. Right?
The knobs stay there, but the pots change.
Exactly.
That's incredible. I didn't even realize that.
Right.
Cool. And the concentric knob, I love that.
Yeah, volume tone.
Cool. Are you ever gonna do a tremolo?
No, not for a while. It's hard to do a tremolo on a light package like this.
You have some of the most beautiful guitars I've seen.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank
It's
you.
incredible.
It's our 30th anniversary. We've been doing this for 30 years, building all handmade guitars, basses, and still have kept that going too, of being a 100% handmade family company. We're based in Georgia. This is the 30th anniversary guitar.
Oh, really?
Yep. And isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
The fretboard, the top, headstock are all from the same piece of wood. It's a beautiful piece of burl, and it's injected dye into the burl. A friend of ours, if you follow him on Instagram, it's called Exotic Blanks, did the injection for us. You can see some injected stuff, not like this crazy, but very rarely do you see something where the fretboard too, like everything all together. But if you can see even the back too, so
Oh my goodness.
look at the flame.
Is that like 5A flame?
Yeah, one piece of flame, mahogany, Honduran mahogany body.
Whoa.
And then with the herringbone too. So we run the 3 low strings through the body. So you get more tension on the low end. So drop tuning, more resonance sustains because it goes through the body. You hit that low string, like Phil, put your hand there. You feel it resonating through the body.
Yeah, I do.
So you get more low end too. And then up on the high, we don't go through the body. So it's less tension, so easier for bends and stuff like that too.
That switch tip too, oh my goodness.
Isn't that cool? Even the knobs, the switch tip, everything.
Yeah, this is 20K, this is the big ticket. Woo!
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's seriously incredible. How long does that take you to build?
That guitar took about a year to build.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Are your other ones like, I saw some like around 9K, like that one,
I think
right?
everything from in the 5 to 10 grand, is the kind of average, So my dad started it, and in '93 started Warrior, and then I started coming in, then my brother, and then I have my other brother here too, but it's all a family company.
Can we look at that one?
Yeah. So this is all hand carved and wood burned, like hand.
Wow.
That's all done by hand.
This is
an
so
African
cool.
black limba. Isn't that cool?
Oh, one of my favorite woods, the grain
know.
on them.
It's lightweight.
Oh my God.
It's got sustain. It sounds incredible. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, these are amazing.
Thanks, man. Feel how light too.
Oh, that's nice. That's perfect weight. Oh, the headstock's got carving on it too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, and then I noticed they all have different words on the back, huh?
Yeah, so that's how to know if it's a 30th anniversary, is there's no serial numbers on the 30th anniversary. If it has a name, you know it's a 30th anniversary.
Oh. What kind of trem block does this have?
That's a man-made trim.
The man-made trem's lighter too?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh.
Lighter, stays in tune. It's great. I mean, yeah, they're one of my favorites.
What kind of pickups in here?
These are Seymour Duncans, mini humbucker,
Yeah.
and then 2 single coils. But we use everything, you know, all custom
wild.
stuff.
Oh my god. Oh, purple's my favorite color. So.
Me too. I love purple.
Oh my god. Speechless. Oh jeez. Wow. Oh, is that black limbo too?
That one is, yeah.
So this is 30th and also 30th anniversary. Extraordinary. Thank you so much, Trent. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your
man.
time.
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed this.
Yeah, yeah.
New this year, we got a custom, the Roxy right here.
Oh, the skull one?
Yeah, that's new. The gyro here, that's also new. That one in particular is a custom.
When you say custom, is it like a run or is it like
No, custom, like
One-off.
one-off, yeah. From here over are custom one-offs. From over here over, these are runs or production models. All assembled at World Music in Korea.
same where PRSSE used to do it, right?
Yeah. Great company.
Great.
Good construction. They do a great job.
There's so many options for the customs. Like, how do people come up with these designs?
Well, that's all Perry, and he's the master builder. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he owns the company and everything.
How does someone ask for this?
No, well, that's just the resin fretboards. You just would, resin dyed fretboard.
Okay, so you just ask for like a color scheme.
Yeah, it's all that's sorted out in like an email. So you would place a custom, like pre-order, deposit, and then all the specs are discussed in email.
You guys are growing so fast, it feels like.
Definitely compared to last year and the year before that, things are definitely picking up, and I'm stoked to be part of such an awesome company. They treat their artists really well, man. They really care. I'm not here just because they endorse me. I really enjoy the guitars, and it means a lot to me.
What's your favorite part about Ormsby? The guitar specifically.
The guitar specifically, it's the versatility and the options they give you for the price. Even some of the production models, you have so many options. I've owned probably 30 to 50 guitars in my time, and what you get for your money is unbeatable.
Aristides,
Yeah,
need I say more?
you don't.
What's new this year?
This year we have 2 new prototype basses. It's the SB4 and the SB5. The 6-string bass is coming up. We got the multi-scale with the multi-scale Evertune.
Wow.
Like this one?
Multi-scale Evertune.
Cool. Thank you very much. It's the multi-scale
Oh, yeah.
6. We got a multi-scale 8.
This tremolo reminds me of the Strandberg tremolo a little bit.
Yeah. This is a tremolo that we designed ourselves for the headless model. We've designed it together with Antuk hardware from Turkey. It's a terrific party. We made a bunch of them. We improved lots of stuff about it. It has a specific slant for a more harmonic bend.
Yeah.
You asked for new stuff. We actually translated this bridge into a floating trem for the multi-scale as well. So this is our first multi-scale with a trem.
Wow, with the trem, multi-scale trem.
7-string.
7-string.
Yeah. And it's
Wow.
it's working amazing.
I love these knobs. These knobs. I
Yeah.
feel like they're beautiful, but they also got the grip, right?
Yeah, right.
You guys don't offer too many different neck shapes, right? It's only a few.
Well, it's because we have this specific procedure. We
Yeah.
build in molds. It's not wood. And because we build in molds, we have one neck profile for every type of guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't build 7-string with different necks. No. So that's why. All these guitars are built to order. They're custom built.
Right.
So in a way, every guitar is new. We have the 9-string headless, which is pretty new as well. This is what we call the beast.
Oh my god, you got big hands. Yeah.
Well, I don't play the 9-string, I can tell you that.
Oh my goodness.
I need people to play it for us. I don't know what to do with it, but real 9-string players, they really like this neck profile. They often say it feels more like an 8.
Cool, that's what you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like an 8.
It's a beast, right?
Yeah. It's so cool.
These pickups are also custom built for us. So what we do is we design the specific angle. We want it to be perfect, and we send them to Bare Knuckle, for example, or Lundgren, and they make the pickups for us.
Thank you. Thank you. My God. I love these like Tree of Life type inlays. They're so awesome.
Right.
Oh my goodness. I love this too. Can you explain that carve? Like what's it for? And
So we didn't want to compromise volume and tone by taking a full swoop out of that body.
Right.
It's already one of the smaller bodies, and even when you get to dreadnoughts, you want the fullness. So instead of compromising some volume and tone, we did a partial, but you can still get your hand further up the neck to play the lead. It's an interesting piece that, visually.
That one is incredible.
Yeah. So this one, actually, we do not have a model. We put it out because it's the most bling we've put on a guitar, and so we just kind of put it out to see what people would think.
Yeah.
It's definitely the most inlaid guitar that we have.
Wow, it's got flame maple, abalone sort of binding.
Yep.
What are the woods?
Spruce and mahogany. It's one of the more traditional ones because we do have a lot of exotic woods.
Yeah.
But spruce mahogany standard on quite a few of our models.
Cool. How long have you guys been around?
2 years.
2 years?
This is actually our 3rd year now. This is 2024.
You have like an American line, an Asian line, or is it like?
We're ramping up production for the U.S., but we're not currently producing in the U.S. But all designs are spec'd and outsourced and QA'd and everything in the States.
Awesome. What inspired the name?
It's a hybrid of my last name and initials within family.
Cool.
So, and it worked out perfectly because I felt that, CZAR, Zaar, it's sort of king-like. So I wanted to produce a guitar that was fit for a king. So it just
Awesome,
made
man.
sense.
No, I mean, these guitars look so beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Basically, I picked up the guitar. I've been through a guitar show, played every single guitar in the show, and it just struck me straight away the difference with the Valiant Guitars, the quality. I started talking to the CEO. The guitars are all Ukrainian made. It was a real difficult scenario for them. They were trying to get people to come to NAMM. They couldn't get anybody out of the country, so I got involved that way by coming over to represent them over here. The guitars themselves still being built just outside of Kiev. At the moment, there's a complete lockdown on all the borders, but we're persistent, and they've got a very strong belief. And like you talk about positive energy, every Ukrainian I've met has got such a positive attitude towards carrying on with life and making sure that you can succeed. The finest quality instruments I've ever come across. Literally, the precision engineering involved. The luthier, the head luthier, is actually a guy called Vadim. Vadim was an aerospace engineer originally, and ironically, he used to design and make the bombs which are now coming back down on him from the Russians.
Oh, wow.
Because obviously he was part of Russia back in the 80s. When the country split, that's when Vadim and his brother and his family business started making guitars. That was 30 years ago. Then with the influence of Igor, which was about 2 years ago, he took the steps to turn Vadim into one of the world's greatest guitar luthiers by taking the guitars to market worldwide. And that's basically the story behind Valiant. It was through Igor's belief in the guitars, like myself, that we thought these need to be shared with everybody. We make everything on the guitar. The only thing we don't make is tuners. Everything else on the guitar is all made in our factory back in the Ukraine. Because of his aerospace past, he uses duralinium as one of the metals which he makes the bridges out of, used in the manufacture of aeroplanes. The truss rod adjuster, we put in the last fret. It means it doesn't weaken the wood. Balloons on the back as well. We use 2 titanium rods which go down the centre of the neck, which reinforces the neck as well as the truss rod.
For all your guitars?
Yes.
You make all these bridges out of duralinium.
That's the great. You've got it. You've got it.
Duralinium.
Well done.
Sounds like something out of a Marvel movie.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And here we have our nut as well, which is also the most original thing. You've got 6 individual screws, and the benefit of that is you can adjust the height of the string up and down, meaning that you never have to replace your nuts. You can't file it down too far. You can also raise the strings if you want to use slide. So the benefits of having them, they're amazing.
If you change gauge of strings too, that's all you need, right?
It goes up to a 64 gauge.
Will it handle 7s or 8s?
Absolutely, the thinner the better. We've even got them on all our bass guitars as well, which go up to 120. Why I'm involved with the company is from a philanthropic point of view. I want to do as much as I can for them to keep the business flowing and the economy going within Ukraine, which is essential. Essential.
Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. Thank you, mate.
So we're Zanshin Records. We distribute for a whole bunch of small companies. They're all artisanal, small batch, between like 1 and 10 employees kind of vibe. What we have here today, basically every guitar we brought is from a different company, a different factory. A lot of them handmade, no CNC. Like this dremeling was done by hand. This is not a CNC.
Oh my God.
These are all made from camphor wood, which is a wood that pretty much only grows in Japan. So it's chopped down and stored for like 40, 50 years. And then every guitar on this side, so all 7 of these boys, are made from the same giant piece of camphor lumber. So we did this specifically for NAMM.
I love this one, wow.
Yeah, this one's sick. This one's by Red House.
That fretboard's got like a burst on it. It's great.
These are true temperaments.
Right.
Dragonfly is the studio that made the guitars out of Japan. These are true temperament. The fretboards are made out of Sweden.
Very cool neck heel on these. It's like a rounded square neck heel.
For expensive one, we do all handmade. But for cheaper one, we use Chinese factory to lower the price.
When did you start building guitars? You're the owner. I know, yes.
Pretty stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We are challenging to use new materials like Japanese wood and Japanese carbon neck. And we made this design with like wrap, you know?
Oh,
so
cool.
This is original our design.
And then you said carbon fiber neck, right?
Yes, like Japanese
Oh.
carbon. Yeah, it's in a Japanese wood. Yeah.
What kind of wood?
Like chestnut. And maple.
Japanese maple, that's what you call it.
世界で当たり前にローステッドメイプルってあるんだよね。それはこれが世界で一番最初の製法で。
The roasted maple. He started his pioneer from 2009.
Are people giving you credit that you deserve?
著作権というかみんなお金を払って使ってるの。No. We started Sago from 2004, but for roasted maple, we started in 2009.
自分では全部考えてるわけではなくて、いろんな人のコラボレーションとか、そういう人のつながりでいろんなアイデアをもらったりとか、生まれたりとかしてる。ローステッドメイプルのを販売してる作ってる会社と知り合って。
We are friends with the company who's selling the roasted maple material.
だからこの会社はメープルとかをやってるんじゃなくて、その外壁とか。
So before you used it, it was never used on an instrument, right?
それまでは楽器には使われてなかった。No, never.
Everyone owes you a lot of money. That's crazy.
せめてありがとうだけ言ってほしい。
You want everyone to appreciate.
Yeah. めっちゃ流行ってるね. So popular now.
そう。毎年新しいことに挑戦。
New guitars and trying new things.
So cool. Thank you so much. Thank you.